Before you start, Michael, I swear to God, you better do an actual, real, genuine driving movie intro this time. No mixing up, no BS improv. We're back in our car.
All right. Here's the tried.
Sorry to start off hot, but this is bothering me the last couple episodes.
Here's the tried and true intro. Are you ready, Berkan?
This is gonna be a bit.
Hey, y'all! It's the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
No, that's not it.
I don't see what's so bad about that.
Consistency is key.
All right,
and appreciate it.
I'll do the real thing.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
Oh crap! I forgot it. I'm sorry. You change it up so many times. I forgot. I got out of rhythm. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
Now showing. Dang it! Now playing.
I refuse to believe this is my fault anymore. Because also a simple introduction in the last couple of weeks, all I did was I said, I'm Michael.
Yeah, that's weird.
And you could have said, and I'm Berkan.
Because now they started
now playing.
What if it was their first time and they clicked the Drive Movie Podcast for the first time and they clicked play and it's like, I'm Michael.
No, it's hi, this is the Drive-In Movie. This is what you're watching and here's who I am.
No, I don't think they care about who you are.
I think that's a very reasonable introduction.
I think a better introduction is, welcome back to the Drive-In Movie Podcast. No, that's wrong. Everything I know now is a lie.
I know, because I was about to call you out for this. Two things there. I've said before, welcome back to the Drive-In Movie Podcast, and you were upset with me that I used the word back.
We can't assume that they're just coming back.
I
like it if they'd come back, but we can't. We're not there yet.
And then you just started saying your name.
I know. You've messed me up. I don't know what's real anymore.
I think you're proving my point that it's a fine introduction.
It's a bad introduction.
And you're being anal about it.
I like being anal. I like anal.
Oh. Hello. I just learned something new about you today, Berkan. You know what? I've known you 20 years. I'm still learning new stuff about you.
Why don't we start this off again?
Yeah. He said, can we please start over? I'm making a complete fool of myself. He said, why don't we can we run back the tape real quick? Okay, I'll do the real thing. I'll do the real thing, and the funny thing is
I don't know what's real anymore.
I've done the real thing and it still threw you off. So just know I'm gonna say welcome to the Drive-In Movie Podcast, and then you're gonna say now playing Mortal Kombat 2 and Sheep Detectives. And then I'm going to say, I'm your host, Michael. And you're going to say, I'm Berkan, but they need to know who we are. And then I'm going to say, this is the podcast where we go watch a brand new blockbuster movie in theaters. And then you're going to say, and then we immediately film a podcast about it in the car. And then I'm going to say, you get the freshest takes, and you say, and we're using whatever equipment is available, and we're in public, so whatever happens, happens. That's what's going to happen. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
I don't want to do it anymore. It's
tainted.
I just turned your hazard song with my knee.
Yeah,
this whole start of this episode has been a hazard.
Yeah, this introduction has been an emergency, and we need those hazard lights on so that everyone around us can know that we're having a bad time.
Listen, it's been a long time since we've been filming in the car.
I know. We've been all over the place, man.
We've been to Las Vegas for CinemaCon.
We went to Los Angeles for an IMAX 24-hour
we can talk about it now.
Movie marathon.
Yeah. So, okay, back in January, here's the backstory. I challenged IMAX. I was like, yo, IMAX, I want to be locked in your theater at your HQ for 24 hours. You create the playlist, just press play. I'll be there 24 hours.
And IMAX said, bet.
IMAX literally was like,
okay.
Please come do that. And then I was like, let me bring friends. And they also were like, yeah, that makes sense. You're probably going to need that support.
Right.
And they created the playlist. We had no idea what movie they were going to show us until it started. And we still can't tell you what movies we watched yet.
You'll find out soon.
But we watched 9 of them.
Right.
And it was 24 hours.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best experiences of my life.
I think it was a little bit more than 24 hours, actually, if you run the math.
I think we were there for more than 24 hours, but I don't think the movies ran longer than 24 hours.
Because we did have 3 meals.
We had 3 meals. We got there
a couple minutes in between each movie to go to the bathroom and make some content and whatever.
Yeah.
So we were there for well over 24 hours.
I think I woke up at 7 a.m. that day.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning, I woke up 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I did not go to bed until Monday at 5 in the morning, Dallas time.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't take a nap on Sunday at all?
Okay, we took an hour nap.
Yeah.
If it was even an hour.
I definitely got back to the hotel room because then we also had to go make some other content and that afternoon. So we didn't even really get Sunday.
No.
So it was a long 48 hours plus probably.
But like I said, one of the greatest experiences of my life. I would like to say, Michael and I, we did not sleep during the marathon.
No,
We were strong.
we made it all the way through.
Jenks, shout out Jenks. You guys heard him on the last few episodes.
Jenks.p.
Strong.
Right.
Dambo Tui, weak.
Mm-mm.
Coco, weak.
Mm-mm.
They slept for 2 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, they can't deny it.
They
We
got
have
their
footage.
beauty sleep, man.
They got their beauty sleep.
We also woke them up a little bit. And we were like, "Hey, look, there's a movie happening. Can you believe
Yeah.
that?" And they went, "No." Like,
Yeah. So that was pretty. I mean, it was a great day.
yeah.
How did you feel about 24 hours in IMAX?
I could have done more, actually. Like, there was a part during one of the movies, and I can't say which one. I'll tell you later. But there was a part where I literally started losing consciousness. Like, I would blink, and when I opened my eyes, I was 10 seconds ahead in the movie. Like, I was 10 seconds in the future. And I was like, okay, so I'm fading. I'm going in and out of consciousness right now.
Yeah.
With my head propped up, eyes open, I'm going, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I got a nice energy drink, and that brought me back to life.
Nice.
So I think given stimulants, I could do longer.
There were like natural like adrenaline rushes, like finding out what the movie was and the movie
Mhm.
starting was always like a good adrenaline
And also
rush.
just the volume in the theater is so loud.
Oh my gosh. There's a clip. I think I can show it.
I think the sound will give away what the movie is.
Yeah, I can't show okay, there's a clip. It's coming soon in the vlog that's going to be released. I don't have a release date for you guys, but there is a vlog of this 24-hour challenge.
Right.
There was a whole point to this.
Yeah.
But there's a moment where, okay, so how it worked was we would all sit together for the intro of the reveal of what the movie was, and then we would get up to go to different spots to watch the movie in a different, because we watched the movie in a different seat every single time.
God, we were all over that
we
theater.
explored that theater.
We left a little something in like each seat. Like there'd be a cup in one seat, like a candy wrapper in another, like
which
a
we
back
picked
seat.
up
We
at the
cleaned
end.
up the theater.
Just so
The
we're
whole
clear.
yeah. By the way,
IMAX did say we have a cleaning service coming, and we said no.
Don't worry.
We're still cleaning up after ourselves.
like I hope that we were good guests.
I hope
they
so
liked
too.
us.
I think we were.
But I will acknowledge that like during the actual 24-hour challenge, you know, as the night went on, we left little souvenirs around the theater. And at the end of the 9th movie, when we looked back at the theater, at least half the seats had something on. You know, like we were all over that theater.
Yeah. But so as I was saying though, we would get up from the reveal spot,
Uh-huh.
and literally one of the movies, there's a clip of Jenks and I being shot back into our seats because of
from the sound
because
wave.
of the sound and vibration. It literally made us fall back into our seat. Like, and it's probably a mix of like, I'll say that was movie 8 out of 9,
Okay.
and it may have been like our tiredness.
I almost said the title of the movie.
Oh, thank God you did.
Oh, was it this?
Yeah. Oh. I mean,
Yeah.
can you still believe this one? That
I
like
know.
that one movie?
Why
Crazy.
would that? Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely like a surreal. I challenged them with I wanted the greatest IMAX experience of my life, and they gave
Right.
it to me, and I think they gave it to you too.
Absolutely. I'm completely, dude. I hope it's not the only time we get to do that, though.
Maybe IMAX will let us do it every year. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
We'll see. Okay. One last question about this.
Yeah.
We did 24 hours. How long do you think you could have gone?
I think I'm just judging off how I felt at the end of the 9th movie. I think I could have probably done 2 more. I think I could
Before
probably
falling
do,
asleep?
yeah, I think I could probably do 30 hours.
I think I could have done a full day,
We did.
or an additional
You
full
think you could
day.
have done another 24 hours?
But I probably would have fallen asleep. If you give me the Dan and Coco plan where I get to sleep twice, like for 2 movies, I probably could have done another 24 hours.
Yeah, but we were watching long movies too.
Yeah, that's
So
why
it's
if you
like,
give me 2 movies I can sleep in, I could do another 24 hours.
If we give you 6 hours of sleep, I could go all week if you give me 6 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that's like a reasonable.
I guess,
I mean, it's a
guess.
little bit less than the recommended, but it's like that's a decent amount of sleep.
Yeah. But anyway, IMAX, thank you to IMAX for the experience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
24 hours in a movie theater isn't new. It's been done before with like Star Wars or even the Marvel marathons before Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. Those went on for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But there's never been a 24-hour marathon like the one we experienced. So it was really special.
It was amazing.
We watched 2 movies this week.
We sure did. We saw Mortal Kombat 2, and we just saw Sheep Detectives.
Yeah.
like minutes ago.
Minutes ago.
We should first cover Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, we're gonna sandwich the reviews.
Normally, we wait to talk about the movies at the end of the episode so that you guys can, if you haven't seen the movie yet, you can
enjoy the episode.
watch the episode, and then like when the movie part comes up, you can maybe pause, go watch the movie, and then come back and finish it. But we're gonna talk about Mortal Kombat 2 now, and we'll talk about Sheep Detectives at the end of the episode.
Yeah, so it's gonna go Mortal Kombat. We're gonna do a video game tier list. Then we're gonna do some One Piece, and then Sheep Detective.
Yeah, maybe some other stuff in there too.
We'll
Maybe
see.
a little bit,
None of the whole intro wasn't planned, so you never know.
So unfortunately, I didn't watch Mortal Kombat 1 before watching this.
I also did not watch Mortal Kombat 1.
I'm also not necessarily a fan of the game.
Never played the game.
Right. I've probably played the game.
I played the arcade version.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
Once or twice.
So I'm not super familiar with the characters.
So I kind of went into this like thinking like I went into it knowing like I probably can't fairly review this movie.
I feel 100% the same.
But I was like, I want to see if this is still something like a fan who hasn't seen it or doesn't know anything like would enjoy. Like I wanted to see if the movie would open doors because there's been plenty of scenarios where I saw something and I was like, wow, that's incredible. I want to go learn all the lore.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see if that could happen.
I feel like you could probably watch some sequels without watching the first one. Like I think maybe National Treasure 2.
Oh yeah.
You might be able to be like, I get it. He's
Yeah.
a treasure hunter.
And watch Star Wars: A New Hope,
treasure
and then without watching any Star Wars.
You
It's
mean
the fourth
like
movie?
Before the prequels?
Yeah, it's the fourth movie.
You can watch the first movie that ever came out in theaters, like for Star Wars.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the fourth movie.
That's not what we're talking about, and you know it.
Okay, fine. You can
know
watch
that's
Phantom
completely
Menace
different.
and be okay.
Yeah, episode 1 chronologically. Star Wars is completely different, and you know that.
You could probably watch Force Awakens.
I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could watch Force Awakens.
Think you
Because then you don't know who Leia is. You don't know who Han
It
is.
teaches you that.
You don't know what the Millennium
You
Falcon
get the
is.
gist of it.
You don't know. I don't really think you can.
I think you could, and I think people did.
I think, but I think you miss out on most of the movie when you do that.
Okay,
Similarly,
you know what?
we missed out on probably most of Mortal Kombat 2.
Counter argument. You can watch Indiana Jones: Temple of Doom.
Oh, that's a good example. That's actually a good example.
Because technically, canonically, that takes place before the first movie.
Does it?
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
yeah,
So that's actually completely different as well because it's a prequel.
yeah. But you didn't know that.
No, I actually didn't. I thought they all happened chronologically.
Nope. Temple of Doom technically takes place before Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, how do we know that? Like, do they tie in together at all?
No.
Like, do they ever reference the things that happened
Nope.
in the other? Okay, that's why I
I
kind
think
of
Last Crusade does, but
it mentions both of
the
other
third one.
things.
I don't know if it mentions both of them, but I think it has some type of reference.
Okay, might be time for an Indiana Jones rewatch.
Oh, yeah. I did it last year and it was great.
Okay. I didn't actually watch the final one. I didn't watch the Dial of Destiny.
Really? Oh, you can do a full marathon of Indiana
yeah,
Jones.
I could do a full marathon.
That sounds like a great time.
I think I'm gonna do that.
I think you should. Would you marathon the Toy Story movies before Toy Story 5?
Yeah,
Because,
why not?
think about it. Like, when was the last time you saw Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Oh gosh, it probably hasn't been. It's probably been less than 10 years.
Okay, but maybe more than 5 years?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you talk so much crap about Toy Story, like you're tired of it, but it's not even fresh in the brain. I think you should rewatch the Toy Story movies, and then I think you should rewatch the Indiana Jones
Do
movies.
I always need to keep them fresh in the brain to have that?
I think if
opinion?
you're going to give it a ridiculous opinion like the Toy Story movies are bad, then yes.
I didn't say they're bad.
If you're going to talk
didn't
so
say-
much crap about how they're unnecessary, then yes.
I said that they have repetitive themes.
Then you should you should probably rewatch it before you say that.
Whatever.
I think you should rewatch Toy Story movies before Toy Story 5.
I'll do it. Okay. But if I have the same opinion, I don't need to rewatch
If
them
you-
every time.
If you have the same
I
opinion,
share that opinion.
that is fine.
Okay.
But I'm curious what your opinion would be after rewatch.
I would do that. I typically actually do that for like a franchise that I enjoy when they come out with something. Like every time a new Invincible season drops, I watch the previous seasons of Invincible
Nice.
so that I'm fresh when the new season comes out.
Nice.
Because typically, like they would come out 2 years apart,
Right.
the seasons, you
Right.
know? And so I would forget stuff that happened in the previous seasons. And I do that for other shows too. When a new season drops, I'll typically rewatch like the previous stuff
Mhm.
for the same reason. And so it's like, I would do it for Toy Story. I'll do it for Indiana Jones before watching Dial of Destiny, even though I'm a little late on that.
Right.
But We did not do it for Mortal Kombat 2.
We did not do it for Mortal Kombat 2.
We didn't have the time.
But again,
really.
we did not have time. But again, I was like, I have a specific reason for like wanting to watch this movie blind because I wanted to give it that part of the
You
review.
wanted to see how it was by itself.
Yeah, like I wanted to know if like it could be appreciated and people can discover the franchise with this.
Yeah. I will say, I feel like Johnny Cage kind of like we had a similar position as Johnny Cage did coming into this movie. Johnny Cage didn't know anything about the Mortal Kombat universe when the movie started, but he had a much quicker learning curve. He is at like a Comic-Con essentially signing autographs because he's a movie star.
A washed movie star,
and he gets teleported to a fantastical other world where they introduce a tournament for the fate of the realm.
Yeah.
And Johnny Cage quickly just goes, all right, that makes sense. Who's fighting? And they go, you. And he goes, I'm out. And it's like, that's really what you're not concerned at all about the fact that this god just teleported you using lightning and you're like in some version of like a different dimension, and there's people here with like robot arms and can shoot lasers and flames from their fists, and you're just going, oh, this is kind of weird. All right.
It's like, let me punch this dude in the balls.
And if that were me, I'd be flipping out.
They waited a long time for us to be. They were like, he does have martial arts experience. Like,
right.
I was like, okay.
They were like, yeah,
Okay.
because it was kind of like, why are they picking this like washed up movie star? And then they randomly drop, he does have 6 black belts.
I did. I was like, okay, because he starts like jumping around, flipping around. I'm like, see, it's a good thing they mentioned that. Otherwise, this would be very confusing.
No, they kind of slighted it.
They're
Like they don't mention we picked you because you're actually a champion martial artist.
They were literally was like,
They
I
go-
saw your YouTube videos, and Michael and I went,
They went, we saw your movies from the 80s, and it looks like you're a really good fighter in those. They didn't really mention the fact that he actually has competitive experience.
Yeah, it's like he actually did his own stunts though. Okay. Still, I don't know if that technically qualifies, but whatever.
I mean,
He didn't even win. They're like, you were.
did he not win?
I don't know if he won. He made it seem like, I wasn't really that great at that either.
At martial arts, or
Yeah, because he kind of making a comment, and I was
he had
like,
6 black belts.
oh yeah, well, what's the point of 6 black belts if you do? What's the point of 6? Why does anybody need 6
You've
black
got to
belts?
be able to beat somebody.
Why does anybody need 6 black belts?
In my
I feel like
mind-
one's good enough.
Right, in my mind, they're for different martial arts. Like I think in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's got a black belt in karate, taekwondo, jujitsu. Like in my mind, they're different martial arts.
Overkill.
It's not like he has 6 black belts in karate alone.
Mm.
To me, that's how I interpreted it.
How many Michaels are you giving Mortal Kombat to?
I don't feel comfortable doing this because I am not experienced.
Listen, it was a
in this
movie.
realm.
You experienced it. You watched it. You just watched it as a movie.
Okay,
I feel like you can't always rate movies based off what they're based off of.
What does that even mean?
Like, I can't watch a movie and be like, this movie was kind of cheeks, but I really love the video game, so I'm going to give it 2 extra points.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Based on the fact that I haven't seen the original movie and haven't played the games.
I'm going to give it 5 Michaels based on the fact that there are 4 parts of the movie. 2 I liked, 2 I didn't like.
Okay.
I liked the action
You liked
sequences.
half of it.
I liked the action. I liked the fighting, and I liked
Yeah.
the gore. I didn't like the story, and I thought the dialogue was not great.
Yeah.
So
I think where the movie shined really was the fatalities.
yeah,
which
like,
is
that was cool.
exactly
I was
where
like,
it
all
should
right.
shine.
I was like, all right. See, the parts that I felt like were Mortal Kombated.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we Mortal the Kombat. It's a thing.
I don't think it is.
I think it's a thing.
I think you're lying to me.
No, it's a thing they actually say.
Yeah, I thought it was a little cheesy, corny.
But was it supposed to be? I
Maybe.
think also maybe it
I'm
was
not
supposed to
familiar
be.
enough with the franchise.
It wasn't that the dialogue was cheesy and corny to me. It
was
felt
bad.
It just felt fake. Like there's corny
It was
and
bad.
cheesy that's supposed to happen, and then there's corny and cheesy because it just doesn't feel authentic.
It's not realistic dialogue. Yeah.
But like again, like even then, like there's movies that are supposed to do that, but this like felt beyond that in terms of being bad.
Yeah.
So
I think 5 out of 10 is fair for this.
it's fair. I think it's a fun movie theater experience.
Right.
I could not imagine watching that at home.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be worse at home. Actually.
Yeah, so I think you should go see Mortal Kombat in theaters.
Yeah.
Simple.
And you can form your own opinion of it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Mortal Kombat, it does seem like there are more and more video game adaptations out there.
Yeah, they're
And
digging deep.
especially since we were just at CinemaCon a couple weeks ago, and it seems like
So
every
many.
other movie that they announced was a video game
Yeah.
adaptation.
Yeah, Call of Duty, Helldivers,
Bloodborne,
Residential Evil, Resident
Residential Evil.
Bloodborne. What's wrong with Residential Evil?
This evil is residential.
Yeah, it happened in a house. They are in a house, aren't they?
It's about the housing crisis in America. It's yeah, that's exactly. They should actually make a scary
Spin-off?
movie. Yeah, scary movie spoof movie called Residential Evil.
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So in honor of Mortal Kombat 2 and the video game adaptations out there, I have created a tier list for you. Oh, what was that?
Oh, your car just moved a little bit.
I know.
So our studio wants to participate.
That's not great.
Okay, well, let's be sheep and let's forget that happened for a second.
We'll move on from that for a second. But so I made a tier list for you of the video game adaptations with 10 video game adaptations. And you don't know what these movies are, so you're going to be basically blind tiering them.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start actually screen recording this so that we can
so they can see what we're doing.
Exactly.
Oh, please let everybody in Michael's life choose now to text him embarrassing messages.
Well, I turned on do not disturb, so.
Dang it.
Wait, where's this? Is this the screen record? This is screen mirroring. Did they move it? Do you see it?
Let me see the screen recording button. I don't think
I feel like normally it's down here.
Yeah, you have to add it. Okay, this is going to be the part of the podcast where I teach Michael how to tech.
Oh.
So you go to the control center.
What?
And then you got to... Why is it not? Okay, let me customize it. You're telling me to customize it. I want to customize it. I don't... Okay, reset control center.
Oh, pause, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, maybe in the meantime, while you're setting that up, I can show the audience something that I
don't know about.
Right. This is sort of a surprise. So, this last weekend, I was visiting my good friend AJ in Portland. And AJ has been watching my One Piece journey on the internet, and he is caught up. He's a fan. But he has a little bit more experience with One Piece than most. He's actually met some of the animators for One Piece. And
did he really? I didn't know that.
He sure has. And he actually got some souvenirs from these animators. And he decided to give me one of his souvenirs that he got from the One Piece team. So this is an official frame.
Am I allowed to look at this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is an official frame from the One Piece anime. Now, it's for an episode that we haven't seen yet.
What? It's a spoiler?
So we don't know. Well, you can't really tell who these characters are in this frame.
Let me look at this.
Okay, you're blocking the shot.
I'm blocking who? Oh, yeah.
Okay, what are you talking?
Let me look at
You're
this.
blocking the shot of the frame.
Let me look at this.
That is an official
That
One
looks
Piece
like
frame
that looks like Smoker.
that has been used.
Do you know the character?
No, we don't know the character.
Oh my
This is from
gosh.
episode 1000 something. This is like we are on episode 110.
111.
We finished episode 110.
Yeah.
So the next up is 111. And apparently this is from an episode that's like either 900 or 1000 or something like that. Maybe even 1100. So we are at least 800 episodes away from discovering who these people could be.
Swipe down from the app, right edge to open control center, add, rearrange, and resize. I'm trying to add.
Okay, you're still figuring out
because it's like it says add, but like there's no add. It doesn't exist. I think you just do the tier and then I'll add it in later.
Okay.
I think that's just how we're gonna have to do it.
All right.
But this is really special. Did they sign it?
No, it's not signed, but it's straight from the animator. Like the animator handed it to AJ and AJ handed it to me.
Are you gonna frame it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's incredible.
But this is like an actual artifact. This is like
yeah.
I'm 110 episodes into One Piece and I have a piece and I own a piece of One Piece history.
That's crazy.
Like it's like a primary source.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You know? So
when's AJ coming on the pod?
We'll get him on when he comes back to Texas.
Okay,
He's
AJ.
in Portland right now. So
Okay.
Anyway.
You just outed AJ.
Well, it's a big
You said
city.
his name and where he lives.
I didn't give a last name. I didn't. But you know what? He does make music, so maybe I should be giving him a shout out. Go listen to AJ. He's got a new song coming out soon.
Oh, does he really?
He showed it to me. Yeah.
Is it good?
I don't know an exact release date, but it should be coming out.
How many Michaels do you
very
give the song?
10 out of 10 Michaels. And
So did you just give AJ our first official 10 out of 10 Michaels?
Yeah, well, it's a song, so it's not a movie.
Okay, but it's still the very first
the
10 out of
first-
10 Michaels given on the podcast.
Right, but a movie still has not received 10 out of 10 Michaels on the podcast. But yeah, go listen to AJ's music. I just keep looking at this frame and I just keep thinking like, wow, I can't, like, I feel like I still have so much left to catch up on, like so much left
This
to
is
watch.
like motivation. It's like,
I know.
I want to know what
now
the
we
shot
need to
is.
know where. Yeah,
Please let it be
what
from
this
a
is.
good episode. It'd be really funny if this is just from like the worst One Piece episode in the world.
It looks like stuff is going down. You know what I mean?
Things
Like,
look
it looks like there's action happening.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
There's a big old dude carrying two people for some reason, like by the scruff.
It looks
of their
like he's
neck.
about to like slam them, like throw them. Maybe they're lifeless. Is he carrying dead bodies?
Who knows? It
Oh my
could be. I mean,
gosh. Okay, we gotta figure out. I wish he marked
Yeah.
what episode it was from, so that we had like a goal in mind.
I think when we see this happen, we'll probably recognize.
It'll be like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Yeah. And I'm sure that people like who are watching this now, who are caught up, are probably like, "Oh,
Yeah. Okay, wait. Tell us what episode this is from.
well, we don't want spoilers."
No, don't spoil. Just give us the number.
Okay, and that way we'll know when we get there.
Yes.
Okay. All right, but I hadn't shown you that before, so I wanted to surprise you with that because I
Yeah.
thought it's probably one of the coolest gifts I've ever received.
Wow.
Because it's like you can't even like buy that. You can't make that. You have to get it from a very specific person. And the animators, apparently, they'll typically do this tradition on like a lot of animated shows. What they'll do is they'll like take the frames, like these, like the pencil drawn frames of the show that they use like the base to then like
Yeah.
finalize the animation. They'll take these and they'll burn them so that other people can't get their hands on them.
I did not know that.
They at least do that that's what AJ told me, is that so I think there probably are other frames floating out there because there's like thousands of them per episode,
Right.
but they specifically destroy a lot of them. So
Interesting.
it's not like you can like, and also, you know, I don't think there's another one for this specific frame. There might be one for like the very next frame, but no one else has
This frame.
this.
It's a 101.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel challenged.
What?
Because I pride myself on gifts I give you,
Right.
and you just said that's one of the best gifts you've ever gotten.
I said one of.
But now I feel AJ challenge accepted. Who's going to love Michael more?
Dude, it's gonna be really tough to find something
know.
more unique.
I
than
know.
that.
It's
and like
crazy.
and relevant.
I know.
The fact that
Ugh.
like One Piece is now so much of our lives.
I know.
Like, the
I know.
fact that
He's
we're-
cooked me. He's cooked me before the challenge even began.
There wasn't a challenge. You're just being competitive.
I am
Like-
competitive.
Yeah.
Okay, so our
Well-
tiers.
Right. So the first movie on the tier list is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, so it's SABCD.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting Sonic in the first movie or like in general.
Which would you rather? I was thinking the first movie.
The
but,
first movie is probably a C,
Okay.
but the trilogy I would put in A.
I will put Sonic the Hedgehog in A then. That's a franchise.
Yeah.
We'll do it as the franchise.
Yeah,
then.
you haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog though.
I haven't.
Sonic 4 comes out this year.
I'll do the same thing. that
I'm gonna force you to
issued
make
me
it.
the
It's your
challenge
job
with.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because Sonic really does get better with each movie.
Yeah. And so I've been told. And it's like, you know, you don't get to make 4 movies of something that nobody likes.
Right.
So obviously there's some merit to them.
Yeah. Okay.
The next movie in the tier list.
Wait, take a screenshot of this.
Okay. Click.
Nice. Okay, continue.
The next movie in the tier list is Mortal Kombat 2, the movie we just saw.
Okay. A, B, C, D.
Yeah. Remember, you gave it 5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a D. No, wait. A, B, C. I'm gonna give it a C.
All right.
I think that's fair.
Right. It's a passing grade.
I think it does. I think its strengths are its references to the game. Like it's very clear and obvious when it is referencing Mortal Kombat in the original, and I think they did that well, even for somebody who's never really played it and has no nostalgia for it. So I imagine for somebody who does, it was awesome.
Right.
So
So so instead of putting it in the bottom tier, you'll go one up.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Next up is Detective Pikachu.
S.
S tier.
Do you disagree?
Wow.
Do you disagree?
I think maybe A.
Detective Pikachu visually was great. The story was fun. The voice performance of Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu unexpectedly great.
Yeah.
And it deserves a sequel. And the whole Mew like 2 thing is awesome.
True. And it was like the first Pokemon movie where the Pokemon seemed like the animation, the CGI was so good.
It felt so authentic.
Like the Pokemon felt real, because there have obviously been a ton of other Pokemon movies, all the
Yeah.
animated ones and stuff, but it all like this one, it was live action, like, and based in reality, and so it's like there was another level of immersion.
Yeah, I think it deserves S.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of the top 2 tiers. Okay, what about the Super Mario Brothers movie? The first one.
C.
C tier.
Yeah.
Wow. Not a huge fan of that one, huh?
I think it was fine.
Oh, I'll take some screenshots in a sec.
Yeah.
Okay. You think it's just fine?
I think it's just fine.
I thought it actually did a really good job of portraying the game. You know, I thought the
did.
sound and like the inside jokes that they made and like the little jokes of like them doing the obstacle course, like Mario doing the obstacle course.
I could be convinced that it could be a B, but I'm not. I don't. Can I change this later?
No.
Okay, I'll be nice. I'll put it in B.
Okay. You are putting it in B.
Okay.
So we now have one in every
category.
every tier.
Yes.
We have Detective Pikachu at S, Sonic at A, Super Mario Brothers movie at B, and Mortal Kombat 2 at C.
Yes. We don't have anything at D.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
I think we have a framework now.
We might have something at D. Tomb Raider. The Tomb Raider movie.
I don't remember hating it.
Really?
I think that's also a C.
Okay.
Like, I don't remember hating the Tomb Raider movie. I think the new Tomb Raider, with Sophie Turner, has potential to be an A or an S. I'm excited by the look so far. I think Amazon does a great job with their movies and TV shows, so I'm like, please. So it has potential, but the old one, the last one I saw, I don't remember hating it, so I'll give it a C.
All right. We might not have a D.
Let's see.
All right. We have how many more? 5 more. We're halfway through.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, Uncharted with Tom Holland. The Uncharted movie.
There's so many things with it that they did wrong.
Like the fact that Tom Holland's too young, or
yeah, for what it was, but also I thought it actually felt like an Uncharted story.
I had fun in the movie.
I remember having fun, and I'm okay with the second one, so I think that's also a C.
Dang, you love the C's.
I do. I have a lot of C's.
That explains your GPA.
All right.
All right. Next up, we did Detective Pikachu. What about the first Pokemon movie? Literally called Pokemon the First Movie.
I haven't seen that movie since I was like 6.
And what was your impression when you were 6 years old? I feel like there's a very obvious category to put this in.
Yeah, just put an S.
There it is.
Put an S.
You gotta put it in S. Yeah.
Like, is that the one where like Pikachu like died essentially?
Ash died.
Ash
Ash
someone died.
Ash got, like,
and
turned to
Pikachu
stone,
was like,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, that's S.
That's the picture I'm using.
Yeah.
For the movie on this tier list.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a TV show because, all of these have been movies, but they have done some video game adaptation TV shows.
Yeah.
Okay. What about The Last of Us TV show?
Haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Like,
I never played Last of Us, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in D.
You're putting The Last of Us in D?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Berkan.
I haven't seen it and I haven't played it, so therefore it's got to default to D.
Berkan, one of the best games ever made, and at least like a good video game adaptation. As far as video game adaptations go, there have been a lot of misses.
Have you been placing these, or have I been placing these?
I'm begging you on hands and knees to place this.
Put in D. Put it in D.
What would it take for you to watch the pilot episode?
Not much. I just hadn't seen it yet.
Okay. How about this? We have less than 10 reviews on the audio formats on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If we can get to 10 5-star reviews on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, will you watch the pilot episode?
Sure.
We only need like 5, I think.
Okay, sure. Fine. If we get to 10
Guys,
5-star reviews.
Guys, please leave a 5-star review on one of the platforms so that Berkan will watch the pilot episode for The Last of Us.
I feel like this is such a low bar.
Please.
I just haven't played it, so I'm not motivated. Aren't people like upset with The Last of Us? Don't they not like it?
For season 2. That was the thing.
So season 2 is bad.
That was the case with the game too. I think there is a story choice that the writers for The Last of Us 2 made for the video game that people absolutely hated, and it happens early on. And so, like, it's always left a bad taste in the fans' mouths. And The Last of Us 2, I think they took some liberties with some of the characters that people were just mad that it wasn't exactly like the games. I'm not gonna sit here and say that like, either of them were better than the first season or the first game, but I don't know if it deserves all the hate it gets.
Okay. D.
We'll revisit this if and when you watch the pilot episode. Okay. Next up, we have the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, crash. Okay, see, this isn't what I'm upset
Why?
because Super Mario Galaxy, the Super Mario movie should be a C, because I would put Super Mario Galaxy in a B.
You already put the Super Mario Brothers movie
Yeah!
in B.
Just put it freaking
So
B.
you're putting them both to B. I think they're both pretty close in quality.
Stupid. No, Super Mario Galaxy.
The
is
Super
a lot
Mario Galaxy
better.
movie is probably a little bit better.
I think it's better.
Okay.
But
All right, we have one last video game adaptation.
okay.
The Fallout series.
D. I haven't seen it.
No, it's so good.
I haven't seen it or played it. Sorry, it's a D.
No, it can't be.
It's D.
It can't be.
You haven't seen the Sonic movies.
What would it take for you to watch the pilot episode?
15.
If we get 10 reviews on both platforms, will you watch both pilot episodes?
No. Yeah, sure. What? I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys. If you guys please leave 10-star reviews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts,
But like, are you telling me these pilot episodes are gonna blow me away?
I'm saying they might get you hooked. I think the Fallout pilot is definitely, it gets you immediately invested.
okay.
I can't remember for The Last of Us.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. Whichever pilot I enjoy more,
Uh-huh.
I'll give it more of a shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Shake on it.
For the reviews.
Yes. We need
Okay.
10 reviews on both.
All right.
Okay. Please.
Which one would you rather me watch?
I think I like Fallout a lot.
Okay.
And
okay.
Fallout has I could see a clear trajectory where they can make more seasons. I think The Last of Us is tough because there are only 2 games.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard about them in production for The Last of Us 3. So I would rather you get invested in Fallout so that when season 3 comes out,
I'm
you're right there.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's our tier list, you guys.
All right. I think it was a pretty good tier list.
I really disagree with those Ds. I really do. I think
But don't worry, guys. The Super Mario Bros. Movie and Galaxy movie are Bs.
I think that's fine. I think the rest of this is honestly pretty fine. I might move a couple things like 1 tier, but Fallout and The Last of Us in D just does not sit right with me.
The first Pokemon movie, the only S.
No,
I put both Pokemon movies are S's.
Yeah, which is fine.
Okay.
Pokemon's an S tier franchise.
That is true.
So
let's talk about another D level franchise, One Piece. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Masterful rage bait, Berkan.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolute genius rage bait.
Thank you. Good transition.
I know. I already showed you my my One Piece souvenir, my One Piece artifact, my little surprise. What did you think of the last batch of episodes? We are now the last thing that we saw. Should we start doing spoilers?
Yeah,
I'm almost
of
wondering
course.
if we should do spoiler alerts.
Of course.
Okay, so
Spoilers. Everything we talk about is spoilers.
okay, yeah. If you haven't seen One Piece, this is I feel like a pretty big spoiler. The last thing that we saw.
Is anyone really watching One Piece for the first time with us?
Who knows?
I don't think that's our audience.
I don't want to take the chance.
Okay.
Imagine us at episode 900 not giving spoiler alerts. We pop up on someone's feed for the first time.
They're
true.
Like,
oh, they just spoiled the entire series for me.
That's true. Okay.
Crocodile just impaled Luffy.
Yeah, just
with his hook hand.
Obliterated Luffy.
This is the first time Luffy
finally
has lost.
Finally,
this is the first time Luffy's lost a fight.
What I really appreciate about Alabasta so far.
What?
It is a freaking saga, man.
Yeah.
This is we still have 20 more episodes of this arc. This is the first time where I feel like an arc being this long feels okay because I'm like, this is its own storyline. This is it's cinematic. Alabasta has been a cinematic experience because everything that's even filler or they're just throwing in has a thought out story point, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. The only thing I disliked about Alabasta so far was that they spent 5 episodes wandering the desert.
Well, yeah, but
I thought that could have been 1 episode.
Yeah, probably, but lore.
I guess so. I'm wondering if that's filler or not, though. I'm wondering if maybe in the manga it was literally just 1 chapter that they were in the desert.
I like that specifically. The big bad obliterated Luffy.
Crocodile wasn't even close.
Was
not even close.
And now we have 20 episodes for Luffy to really grow as a character.
I really like Alabasta. I might be. I came into this whole challenge and this whole show as a non-believer. as a
Is
hater.
Alabasta doing it?
This might be the point where I'm saying I'm hooked.
Boo.
I didn't do that intentionally.
Yeah,
I didn't do that intentionally.
I'm hooked. That wasn't intentional.
No, but I do think I'm hooked.
Okay, so you're hooked?
I think so.
Okay.
Because when I finished episode 110, I was actually upset that I couldn't watch the next episode because I didn't want to get ahead of you.
Right.
Because we're on a watch schedule. So I was like, I'm like, what happens next?
Okay, now that we're both hooked, because I'm hooked too. Now that we're
How
both,
long have you been hooked? Was there a moment where you realized?
I think it was the second that crocodile impaled Luffy.
It's literally the hook. Literally the hook. It's like
I was like, all right, that's some real stakes that I want.
Because up until now, it's been everything is pretty fine for the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
Like every major obstacle that they've faced, they've defeated. Like Arlong is, in my opinion, like the only time where we really see one of the Straw Hats like suffering.
Yeah, but Luffy didn't fight a warlord.
Huh?
He wasn't fighting a warlord.
He was fighting someone who was like kind of on the same level as the warlord. Yeah. But even then, like, the fight was close with Arlong.
Yeah.
With Crocodile,
not even close.
He didn't even really land a meaningful hit.
No.
Like, their powers are just incompatible.
Yeah.
I really liked in this arc, I really love Ace and his powers. I love that Smoker is there.
Yeah. I like Smoker's, like, the little growth we're seeing in Smoker.
Yes, that
and
moment where he let pirates go.
Yeah.
I mean, his whole thing is that he's in Loketown. He's not letting pirates in the Grand Line. When they get past them, he goes after them.
Yeah.
He's hunting a warlord of the sea, who, by the way, remember, are sanctioned by the government.
Yeah.
They're legally allowed to do what they are doing. And he is going rogue, and he's saying, I don't care what my superiors say. I'm going to capture this warlord of the sea. He is the last person to let pirates go. But then
he lets them go.
The Straw Hats, he goes, this is your one time.
There's some respect there, and I respect it.
Yeah. And this is also, I said previously that I was like, Luffy's not the captain. He's the mascot. No one treats him like a captain. Nami says what to do. Nami says, hoist the sails. Luffy goes, aye, aye. In this arc, Luffy gives commands, and they listen to him. Like they actually treat him like a captain in this arc. Like, he says, save Smoker. And Zoro's like, I think that's a bad idea, but I'll save him. Yeah. And then Luffy's like, leave me. You got to get Vivi to the capital. And everyone goes, I really think that's a bad idea, but Luffy just said so. We got to do it.
Yeah.
So it's so this is like the first time really we're seeing the crew treat Luffy like a captain. Like, I'm starting to see it.
Can I say something though? One negative?
What?
Invincibility Devil Fruit is bullshit.
I don't think that it's invincibility. I think that their powers are incompatible. I think that there's a weakness in the same way that, like,
can Luffy, we look this up? I think it's an invincibility Devil Fruit.
Like crocodiles?
Yes.
Devil Fruit is invincibility?
Yeah.
I think looking it up might be a bad idea because I don't want spoilers. If I look up Crocodile One Piece, I just know I'm going to see, like, the end of his story.
I think it's an invincibility.
I think he got, like, the sand fruit, dude. His powers are all sand powers.
Look, call it a theory.
It's Smoker.
Call it a hunch. I think it's an invincibility.
So you don't even know. You don't even know for sure. And you're telling me to look it up? We don't even know. I really think he got the sand fruit, dude.
Crocodile?
Yes.
I think it's invincibility.
The guy who's making sandstorms got the invincibility fruit.
I think there's invincibility fruit at play. Can you eat multiple fruits?
I don't know. We haven't seen anyone do. But also,
I know. Can you eat multiple fruits,
dude? When people punch Smoker, the same thing happens. He turns to
smoke. Something's itching in my brain, dude. Something's itching in my brain.
That he got the invincibility fruit.
Yeah, something's itching my brain. I can't like.
Why?
I don't know, because it feels like the type of like the BS that would be brought in at this point.
That doesn't make any sense.
And maybe it doesn't.
Based on what? Based on what? Like, what did you see that told you he has the invincibility fruit?
It's just like watching their fight, watching him, and just
watching
the
him
lore
turn to sand made you think it's invincibility.
How do you beat freaking sand,
dude? The same thing happened to Smoker though. In Loketown when they were punching Smoker, his
maybe
body
he ate the same
turned to smoke.
Maybe is there multiples of the devil fruits? Could a devil fruit be split in half? I'm just asking questions here. Can you eat multiple? What happens if you eat multiple devil fruit powers?
I think it's the same way that Dalton and Tony Chopper, Tony Kun, the way that they both have like the same type of fruit that makes them transform. I think Ace, Smoker, and Crocodile have the same type of fruit that gives them elemental powers. And
maybe
Ace's is fire, Smoker's is smoke, and Crocodile's is sand. Because we literally saw the same thing happen to Smoker when people were trying to punch him.
I'm just wondering.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that I don't know how you freaking beat elements. So I'm wondering if they're connected in some way. It's like this holy quad. I don't know. I'm theorizing, Michael. I have theories. I'm hooked, therefore I'm thinking of impossibilities that could happen. And Michael, you know this is my superpower. I did it with a freaking sheep detective. I can't help it.
I think the fact that Crocodile is in the desert helps him a lot. He literally said it to Luffy. He's like, I'm unbeatable in the desert because I'm all sand, baby. It's like, and also, we saw Smoker and Ace fight a little bit. I think maybe you beat an elemental power with a different elemental power. In the same way that, like, we know Luffy's weakness is blades. If you were fighting Luffy and you kept punching him and you're going, why aren't any of my punches working? It's because punches aren't the way to beat Luffy. Swords are. I think we haven't figured out what Crocodile's weakness is. But when we find it, I think it'll be kind of obvious, maybe. Yeah,
so it'd be water. But like that feels like a cop-out because water's every devil fruit user's weakness. That makes no sense.
Maybe get him somewhere where there's no sand.
But like water, I think water is just like a fundamental like thing because yeah, if elements like water is like, wait, what happens if you have is there a water devil fruit power?
I don't know.
Because what happens in that scenario?
Because they do say that they can't swim, but they don't necessarily say that
if
it's
you're
like
water.
We've seen them like wet. You know what I mean?
Have we?
Yeah, like when the room's filling up with
water.
Yeah.
But like we haven't seen like. Okay, yeah. I gotta look up Spider-Man.
Why?
If I understand how to defeat Sandman, I'll understand how to defeat Crocodile.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I got is Spider-Man 3 splashing like a pipe.
That's true. Sandman is pretty much Crocodile, huh?
Sandman's hard to beat.
Yeah. I really liked Sanji's rescue in this arc too.
Yeah.
I really liked how he had that whole plan and executed it super well. I like the whole Egyptian theme of this arc. Just scratches an itch for some reason, you know.
It's a good setting.
The Nile River and the pyramid.
Alabasta, I'm telling you, Alabasta is set up so well. Season 3 of the live action One Piece is just Alabasta.
Nice.
Like it's called One Piece Alabasta.
Okay.
And I think that makes so much sense now already.
I love Alabasta, and this is actually like this is where I'm starting to really appreciate the show. I know that people said it would happen earlier, but but I just kept finding moments that I liked, and then the next moment would be boring.
So I have a challenge for us.
Yeah.
Do we see who can watch the most One Piece episodes in the next week?
I think I think I could finish Alabasta this week. So if we didn't just limit ourselves to 10 episodes,
let's see. We're gonna see who can watch the most One Piece episodes within the next week.
Here's my question: what are we gonna do for the week after that then? Because the loser's gonna have to catch up.
Yeah, I think we'll.
So does the winner have to stay on their episode for 2 weeks?
I think the loser has to catch up. I think we go back to 10.
But then the winner can't watch.
I think we go back to 10. Like, so you go back to 10. I think it's 10 from wherever the winner left off.
Okay. And then the loser has to watch a fuck ton.
A fuck ton.
The next
Potentially.
week. Okay.
Could be, because I'm imagining you and I are pretty competitive and pretty similar.
You can't watch One Piece, by the way.
No One Piece. Yeah. I haven't been watching One Piece.
None
of us have been watching One Piece. So why would that be a thing?
Okay. I'm telling you, you can't. Because
I wouldn't have watched One Piece.
Because I have to record myself watching.
No, that's cheating.
So I don't know what you're doing.
No, I'm just watching One Piece like you.
Okay.
This wouldn't work otherwise.
Okay.
Anyway,
there you go. All right. Well, that's our One Piece segment. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Maul. Shadow Lord.
Oh.
I finished Maul. Michael hasn't. I would just like to say quickly.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to do some quick fire segment. Well, I'm just gonna make some
It's
statements.
a surprise to me, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna
I
make
didn't know
some
we were doing this.
statements.
Okay.
And then you're gonna accept them or deny them. Ready?
What does that mean? Okay.
Maul Shadow Lord is the best animated Star Wars show.
False.
False.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars has way too many episodes for Maul to take over, but Maul is incredible.
Maul is really good.
Maul's incredible.
Maul's peak.
Vader deserves its own story. Vader deserves his own show, whether it's live action or animated.
True.
Absolutely 100%. Robert Pattinson should be the Batman in James Gunn's DC universe.
False.
True.
No, false.
True. We just got our first look at Batman Part 2 last night.
Uh-huh.
It is literally just a camera test of like a car driving in the snow.
Yeah.
Confirming that Batman Part 2 will take place in the winter.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool, but the internet's freaking out about it. And I'm like, man, there's so much hype with this Batman. Trying to introduce a new Batman seems silly.
I just can't imagine Robert Pattinson's Batman in a space station with the Justice League. Like, he is too rooted in reality, and it's just like,
I think that's what makes it so interesting.
I think seeing him with like normal technology next to like Superman's robots who may have consciousness, you know, I would just keep thinking, why aren't you using that tech? And if I see Robert Pattinson using Superman tech, that's going to take away the whole, like, to me, like the whole interesting aspect of this new franchise. Like, the reason why Christian Bale's Batman, like The Dark Knight, was so compelling and interesting and like,
can I offer
cool,
a counter?
Real quick, let me finish the sentence. Is because there's no other DC heroes and like no supernatural stuff getting in the way.
Can I present a counter?
Sure.
If you got the full Robert Pattinson trilogy,
yeah,
and they were done,
yeah,
and then he was introduced to David Cornsweet's Superman,
yeah,
would that be better?
Probably.
Okay, see, that's what I think should happen.
But you can't go backwards.
Right.
Once you introduce the rest of the DC, like once you figure out that there's like aliens and kaiju and magic and all this other stuff going on,
glass is broken.
Pandora's box is open. Batman needs to start using, 23rd century sci-fi tech.
Yeah.
He can't be using what's currently available on the market.
Yeah. See,
He's got to level up.
I just think it'd be unfair for a new Batman to be introduced because everyone's just going to be thinking we like Robert better. Like, it's different with Christian Bale and Ben Affleck. Like, it feels different in that sense.
I was totally fine with separating Christian Bale's Batman from Ben Affleck's
because Christian Bale was done.
Batman.
But Christian Bale was done. Rob Pattinson is not done.
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't mind having them both going on at the same time. Because I acknowledge that there needs to be a Batman in the DC universe, but
it'd be silly to have two at once.
I need Robert Pattinson's Batman based in reality. And it's just gonna bother me. I know that a lot of people like seeing a normal dude fighting these godlike alien beings like Superman, but the fact that there is like awesome tech available, like we saw like Mr. Wonderful's tech and like the spaceships that they were flying around on and the robots and all this kind of stuff. And if I see Batman just lighting a normal flare and using like a normal wingsuit and all this kind of stuff, like I'm just gonna go, why aren't you using a spaceship, dude?
Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
You're the richest man in the world, but there's tech out there like this that's available and you can't get it.
What if it's the same version of Batman, but it's an older version? Same Batman, older version. That's how it's explained.
Just like a time skip?
Yeah.
And then like the Batman franchise is a prequel?
Yeah.
Then we know he doesn't die. We'll like kind of know where he ends up, which kind of spoils the story.
I think we already know that he's not going to die. I don't know. I don't think he's way too young in the Batman movies to die. I think that's the whole point. It's like it's early Batman.
Someone can kill you.
But I think like Batman fans aren't expecting Batman to die in part 2 or even part 3. I really don't think so.
All right. I mean, Christian Bale died at the end.
Did he?
The Dark
I think
Knight
the whole point is
Rises.
that he didn't.
No, I think he did. I think Alfred seeing Christian Bale at the end. I think that's
hope.
Yeah, I think that's his brain kind of
with Anne Hathaway's Catwoman.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think he's convincing himself.
Bad take. Bad, Michael. Bad. I can't. Bad. I think my body's trying to transition. Bad. I think we got to talk about the sheep.
Okay. We just saw Sheep Detectives.
Yes.
In theaters.
Yes.
How many Michaels are you giving Sheep Detectives?
I want to give it 9.
9.
but I'm gonna give it 8.5.
Wow.
But I really want to give it 9.
You really liked it.
I freaking loved The Sheep Detective. It got me in so many ways.
Okay. Like what?
Your iPad really is blinding me, by the way.
Okay, I'll put it away.
Yeah, put that thing away. I can't handle the aura that's happening
Don't
below
get distracted.
the belt.
Tell me why you.
There's just something distracting me below the belt that's like, whoa.
All right.
Whoa. Okay, Sheep Detective. It is a disguised as a silly little family movie, right?
Okay.
But it's so emotionally well balanced and has such deep moments that really make me care for everyone. I think the movie's not perfect. I think some of the side characters who could be suspects weren't really explored all that much.
No.
And so I'm like, you kind of left that on the table, but leaving that on the table opened room to explore different aspects of the movie, like Sebastian, the Bryan Cranston sheep, and then the whole Winter Lamb side of things, and just the relationship between sheep and man, and the societal roles within the sheep community. That was just really, really got me emotionally.
Yeah. Okay.
And it had some bits I thought was genuinely funny.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
I do think it's a good movie.
bad.
I think it's a good movie.
Not enough Hugh Jackman.
100% true. Not enough of several of the characters. And I thought it was a good plot twist. I love that in a whodunit. If there's not a good plot twist, it ruins the whole rest of the movie. Like what? That's the weird thing about what? What? What?
Do you like the plot twist?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the audience?
So Berkan,
Within the first
spoiler alert, Berkan thought it was the reporter
in the first 10 minutes.
in the first 10 minutes, and then he ended up being the killer. Um.
And it wasn't like, now listen, there are guesses, right? And then you get you're right after like the 10th guess. But this was my first guess. This was the first instinct of like, I pulled Mike on, I was like, this guy.
Yeah, Berkan did guess the murderer immediately. That's always fun when you're watching a whodunit. That's
why I can't give this movie a 10, by the way. It does knock you down a bit if I get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if I get it, then I'm like, you played yourself.
But you didn't really know why or who he was.
I mean, I kind of did because I said this, and then I was like, and it's the sun. So like I knew it was a reporter.
You changed your guess though from the reporter to the sun.
But really, it was the same guess.
But you didn't know that.
But
so there was a plot twist.
But my point is though, is like I know it's him. It's just a matter of figuring out why it's him.
Yeah. I think you changed your guess to the sun, and then they ended up being the same person.
My whole reason I picked the reporter is because I'm like, this guy is a little bit too desperate to be on this, and I think that's weird.
Yeah, I think. Well, you were right on the money.
Yeah.
But I still think that you can give it the plot twist a little bit of credit.
I give it credit. My original thought was he killed the shepherd because he needed a story.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's what I thought would be the reason.
That's what his motive was pinned up as.
But then it became clear who the killer was in the wheel scene. Was like, okay, it's the one person who's not there and we're not seeing. And then, of course, you get the twist that ties it all together. So it makes sense, and it's a good twist, but it's also predictable. Because it's like, in both scenarios, they leave it up. Both scenarios, they made it clear. It's like, hey, I could probably easily predict it's this character. In both scenarios, they gave that to me twice in this movie, and twice it happened.
I don't think that it's 100% predictable because, yes, this was your first guess, but then you were pretty set on the daughter.
I said 2 killers, and I said, okay, if it's 2 killers, it's the daughter and the son.
Yeah. And then there was a moment where we also thought it could have been the lawyer.
Well, if it was the 2 killers. My point being, there was 2 killers. The second one pivoted, but the first one, the one it actually was, remained the same.
But even then, you thought it was the reporter, and then you pivoted to the daughter and the son.
My point is, I got the reporter. That's what I'm giving my win to, and it's a win. It's a win.
All right, take your win.
You know it's a win.
I'm trying to say that I don't think you should be deducting from the movie because you guessed.
I'm not.
that.
I think
You
no.
said
I think
you said you can't give it a 10.
I can't. I think any whodunit should not in any scenario you should not accidentally get it right.
I don't think it should be anything that is like too obvious. So like for example, in Murder on the Orient Express, sorry, I don't think actually I don't think it should be anything that like where you were never gonna get it in a million years. Like I think there should always be like enough clues to where like if you really thought about things, you could be able to piece it together. And in like Murder on the Orient Express,
disagree.
I thought one sec. I thought like the plot twist was like so stupid because have you seen that movie?
No. Do you mean The Glass Onion?
No, I mean Murder on the Orient Express.
Wow, 2 movies that you thought mystery whodunit, who you thought the ending was stupid.
I thought the Glass Onion ending was stupid because we always knew that the billionaire was involved in some
Right.
way. And then it turned out that like they were like, oh, the plot twist is he's just stupid and never had an accomplice and it was
Right.
only him. And I was like, well, that's a letdown. And even the main character is like this. He's like, oh,
That's why
you're
it's
just
so
fucking
great.
stupid.
But that's why it's so great, and I
No,
never
it's
predicted that in
funny.
a second.
It's funny.
I never predicted that for a second.
But we always predicted that he was involved. So it's like there was no plot twist, really. It's like the plot twist is that there is no twist, and I'm like, that's just disappointing.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think it's like something you should be able to guess. I think it's something that after you watch the movie, you should be able to piece it together when rewatch. Be like, oh my god, the clues are there the whole time.
Yeah,
That's what I love in a whodunit.
exactly. And so in some movies where it's like, even if you had all the information, like you were never going to be able to guess the plot twist ending.
See, that
I'm
doesn't
like,
work.
To me, you didn't leave enough clues.
Right.
So I don't know. Or you could take a cop out and you could go and I can't spoil my example, unfortunately, but I'll explain it to you in 5 years when you watch the movie.
But okay, Sheep Detective. Any other moments that did you like the emotional stuff in Sheep Detective? Were you expecting it to be as emotional as it was? Was it emotional for you like it was for me?
Yeah,
Cool.
I did. I mean, I did really feel like Bryan Cranston's death a lot. That like I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting a main character to die in this movie. That's just not something that I feel like you see a lot of in like, or like when you do see it, like in a children's movie, it becomes a legendary children's movie.
Yeah.
You know, like the children's movies where they're willing to kill off a character. Those are the ones that like
That
are
you always
instantly
remember.
memorialized. Yeah.
Why is that? Why do we love like death in children's movies?
Because it's like it's not afraid to like
To be honest with a child.
yeah, exactly. Like I feel like a lot of times producers and like writers and directors are going, oh, this movie's for children, so we can't do anything that's like too harsh. But in like when they're willing to kill a character, they're going, look, story comes first, and the kid's got to grow up. You know,
Kid's gonna learn. That's something
gonna
the
learn
kid
something
needs to
today.
learn. Yeah, and
kid's
honestly,
gonna learn today.
it's probably safer to learn about death and grief in a movie than
Yeah.
you'd rather that than it happened to you in real life, which
before
of course
it happens
happens
to you in real life.
Yeah, it's like a. I'd rather that.
like
I guess.
I'm thinking of like Land Before Time when like
oh God, I
in
don't
the
even talk
beginning
about
of the
it.
movie, like when the mom
There's
dies,
okay.
it's
There's a
like,
line. There's a line. Land Before Time is crossing the line.
Like we watched that scene when we were like single digits, like 5 years old or something, and we all remembered that. You know,
I had a childhood friend who like I had to hide
Yeah.
Land Before Time before they came over
Yeah.
because they were like we had an age difference. I think I was like 4 years older than her.
Yeah.
And she would come over and I hid the movie because I'm like you're fixated on this movie and you always want to play it. I'm tired of watching this movie.
Yeah.
That moment happened over and over and over again. So
It's
I used to
rough.
like
It's
I
rough.
used to hide the movie
Yeah.
before she came. I was like, okay, if she's coming over, I gotta hide the movie.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's harsh. It might be traumatic,
But like Finding Nemo never bothered me because you don't see it.
but even
Ish.
so, there being that death, like that is
Yeah.
a legendary children's movie.
It is a legendary. It's a good moment. Yeah. The wife dying it up. Oof.
Yep.
Oof.
I can't remember. Does anyone die in Fox and the Hound? They almost kill the fox, right?
I
They're
don't think
hunting the fox.
I don't think I've ever seen Fox and the Hound.
You've never seen Fox and the Hound?
No.
It's pretty good.
I don't think I've ever seen Fox and the Hound. I don't think I've ever seen Lady and the Tramp fully.
Dude,
And
you
I
make
don't-
a bunch of
And I don't
Disney
think I've
content.
seen Aristocats.
Wow. Aristocats, you could probably skip, I think. But Lady and the Tramp and Fox and the Hound, those are like classics.
Yeah, I could not tell you what happens in either of them.
You gotta watch.
I mean, I can guess. Like I can guess like Fox and the Hound, like they were what, like friends as babies and then they grew up and they weren't supposed to be friends, but then they reunited and they become best friends. I can guess the structure.
Something like that.
I just don't know how it ends.
You're close.
Yeah, I just don't know how it ends.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, you gotta watch that. And if we get 10 reviews,
I gotta watch the
on
Last of Us
Spotify and
pilot
podcast,
and the Fallout pilot.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. Go follow us on social media at the Drive-In Movie Pod.
Yeah, and go listen. Okay, here's the thing. Patreons, there's some of you, which we love and appreciate. We'd love to have more of you. Michael watches One Piece on the Patreon, so you can see every single one of his episode reactions there if you want to rewatch it with us. But let us know what you want to see from us if you're not a Patreon yet. Like, what is something that we can do that'd be like, okay, I'll sign up for Patreon.
Yeah.
Let us know. Is it like seeing the IMAX vlog early? Is it seeing more like exclusive content? Is it like, what is it? Let us know. Let us know what you want to see.
It's a great point, Berkan.
Yeah.
Also, subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah. Watch us. There's some things on this episode that you would not understand if you just listened to it.
And thanks for driving in with us, y'all.
Thank you for driving in with us.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I still can't do the hype. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.